We'll get started with our guest speaker, which I'm super pumped about. All right. Hold on just a second. Where is our Success Club document? Oh, we're recording.
I'm here.
Okay, you're here. Everybody's here. I'll go ahead and get started. I can't find the Success Club document. At the very top. Amy just updated it. Hey everybody, welcome to our Wednesday night team call. I'm so excited for our guest speaker tonight, but I'm going to hold off in a minute before I introduce her properly. I want to go over some announcements first. We do have our team retreat happening September 13th through the 17th. I'm so stoked about the people that are coming. You guys saw the pictures of this beach house. It's gorgeous. We will be honoring our Rockstar Diamonds while we're there and then getting some incredible training by corporate, and I'm already lining up some top coach training. So excited. I actually have a call with a super trainer, and I'm trying to work a deal, but we'll see. We will see if that happens. But there's still time to get on the retreat. I hate for you guys to delay any because plane tickets are not fun to buy. I got my plane ticket, and I don't know if we'll be going back to Destin because it's not the easiest place to fly into, but the beaches are gorgeous. So once we're there, we'll just have a good old time. Diamond Retreat is typically a diamond retreat. We open it up to the team this year, which is, I think, super fun. It gives the opportunity to kind of treat our diamonds like they're elite, like the elite are treated at Summit. So it'll be a good time. And it's a ginormous house, so we need more people, more the merrier. What else? Any other announcements that I'm missing? A Super Saturday is September 23rd. We have Josh Coates and Melanie Mitro in the DC market. If you are not in the DC market, I encourage you to find a Super Saturday near you. If you are in the DC market, you might want to get your tickets because it's probably going to sell out just based on having three-time top coach Melanie Mitro do the training at our Super Saturday. So, but like I said, if you're not in the DC region, it's okay. Go find a big city one close to you because there are Super Saturdays all over the country. Encourage you to find one that's run by a higher level coach so that you know that you're going to get some good training while you're there. And it's just a lot of fun to surround yourself by other teams. If you go into the back office, there's an events tab. You can go to the events tab under Super Saturday, and all of us who host one, going on like 5 years of hosting this bad boy. I started that DC Super Saturday. Do you know that? Like 12 people in one room. And now look at it. It's crazy. But we have to register them. So if you are in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, I'm sure there's one in Charleston. So you might have to drive, but it's an amazing experience. So sorry, Siri, I didn't mean to push your button. All right. Any other Super Saturdays? The 23rd of September, put that on your schedule and be there. It's also great for your social media. Diamond Retreat is the 13th through the 17th, so it's still open for registration if you want to register. All the details are in the team page. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, National Wake Up Call. You might want to listen this Monday. Just saying, you might just hear a familiar voice on there. That'd be a good time. So let's go over some recognition. Now I'm pulling these numbers from our Success Club document in Epic Empire, and I recognize that not everybody likes to put their numbers there, and that's okay. If you're not a Ruby like me, that's like, look at my numbers, ladies. It's okay. But I will still shout out the people that did put their numbers on there. If you are a new coach, just to explain, the way we earn Success Club is you get 2 points for every challenge pack sold. So that's Beachbody On Demand All Access plus Shakeology. And then if you sell Shakeology by itself, which doesn't make any flipping sense. But hey, it happens. You get 2 points as well. So we're also in the Team Cup. Hopefully everybody on your team is getting to at least Success Club 5, so you can get the really cute coach sweatshirt. For you older coaches who are like, I have so many coach sweatshirts, I don't need more. Just remember what it feels like to be a brand new coach and win your first flipping sweatshirt, and you're like, yes, I got someone that says coach on it. I'm legit now. So I encourage you guys to all at least hit Success Club 5, celebrate together, and get those sweatshirts. Maybe we can wear them like on a team retreat or something, and we all match. All right. So the points on the board we have so far is Amy O'Rear at 2 points, Melanie Rankin at 4 points, Nicole Mikowski, 4 points, Jessica Morris, 2 points, Beth Stouffer, 2 points, Courtney King, 2 points, Denise Hebert, 2 points, Ren Young, 4 points, and then Shelly is rocking Success Club 5 at 6 points, and she's on my cup team. Hey, sorry. I just love right there. Oh, the other girl is Success Club 10. She's on my cup team. Hey. Sarah is at 12 points. And then, what am I at, Nicole? I don't know. 18, I think.
Yes, 18.
18. All right. I still got 3 more to get those dang elite points because some people ordered, I don't know what they ordered, random stuff. All right. I think that's all we got. Now let me pull up this beautiful woman's info because I got to read it because it's a lot. I'm so excited to introduce Laura because I met this girl at Summit this year. I think that might have been the first time I met her. And she is just a ball of positive vibes. You kind of, when you're around her, you just want to be around her the whole time. So I kind of fell in love with her and I was like, all right, girl crush in here. She's adorable, super positive, and just makes you feel amazing when you're around her. So we've been chatting back and forth, and I really wanted to bring her on a team call. And then I saw Ren brought her on a team call, and I'm like, what the heck? Ren's going to get her on. I got to get her on. So let me read her incredible accolades here. So she was in the size test group in New York City with Shanti, which is pretty cool. We all like Shanti, right? She is in the size infomercial. She's like the country heat version of She's a size live certified, country heat live certified. Whoop, whoop.
Hey.
Awesome. Hey, I like it. Guest speaker on Shanti's podcast. What do you like, his BFF? I was looking at your Instagram. You got like a bazillion followers.
Pretty much. Him and I are like this.
She's like, I'm famous. You should know me. She's a Success Club 10 All-Star, signed up in June of 2015. 2-star diamond coach, lost over 100 pounds naturally. And then Dallas Market Council, for those of you who are familiar with the DC Market Council, she's a part of the Dallas Market Council, which is an incredible, they're probably second place to us. We kind of fight for like, who's the best market council. Just kidding. Founder of the Unstoppable Team and CEO of Lorad. Is that how you pronounce it?
Laura D.
Like Lorad? Because Lorad's kind of cool.
I am
Laura D. Get LLC. I was boring. Well, I did the same thing. I did Jatana Jackson LLC. But Laura, we're so excited to have you, and we're going to put away all our distractions and take some time to listen to your wisdom. So you have the floor, girlfriend.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me. This is so cool because, I've been seeing you because you're everywhere in the Beachbody Champions page, and you're just like 5 foot and a bit. You're the size of my left thigh. Everybody knows who you are because you're so cute. And so I've always wanted to really talk to you, but I didn't know how. And then I think being in that group of I'm here to help really opened it up. And then I saw you at Summit, which is a huge, you guys, for why you should go to, events, because here I am with this girl I've just seen on social media, and we're sitting there at like 2 a.m. eating French fries. So, so that was pretty exciting. But anyways, thank you guys so much for having me on. My name is Laura Dalphini. A lot of people can't say Dalphini, so you can just call me Laura D. I am Laura D. And tonight I'm going to be talking to you guys about the top 5 things you should be doing right now as a coach. I'm a huge list maker. I love making lists. So let me just see. Does everybody have a pen and a paper, a notebook? Let me see. Coach Holly G is ready. Nicole's ready. Jatana is ready. Yes, Jessica's ready. Jessica's ready. I love it. If you guys don't have a pen and a paper, if you don't have a notebook, you need to get a notebook. This notebook, or it can be anything. It can be a High Achievers. It can be, a notebook from Target. You have to have a notebook, because if you don't have a notebook, you guys, you're going to first of all, forget things. And second of all, we remember 80% of what we write down. And if you're not writing it down, then you're going to be like, oh, I should do this. And then you're just going to grab a Target receipt at the back of your purse, and you're going to start using that, and things are going to get lost. But every single day you need to be writing on your notebook. And what do you write in the notebook? You write down how many Success Club points you have. You write down something from the back office. You write down a training. You write whatever Jatana posted in the coaches group. Every single day you should be writing in your notebook, and that's going to help you build your business. So I'm very, very happy that you guys have a notebook. You guys are going to be writing 5 tips And raise your hand if you use IG stories. Anybody? I know Jatana does. Awesome. And raise your hand if you use Snapchat. Does anybody do Snap? Kinda. Okay. So I'm like obsessed with Snapchat. So what we have to do is everybody get out your phone, because social media is basically the fifth vital behavior of Beachbody. So we're going to take a picture because we want to let people know what we're doing, and we want to let people in on our world. And if we want them to join our team, they need to know what that consists of. And you guys, I have a girl who joined my team because she's like, every Thursday, I always see you post your team pictures on Snapchat. She's like, in the little boxes, she's like, I want my face to be in a box. And now she's like, oh my God, I'm in the picture instead of looking at the picture. So this really does work. So everybody take a picture at the same time. Make sure that the phone is not covering your face. Hold on, I'll say 3. Hold on, I gotta make sure my hair looks crazy. Made me look cute, y'all. All right, so let me just back up and zoom in. And we're gonna look, okay, ready? At the same time. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we look good. Oh, shoot. We have to do it again. I cut it off. I cut Jatana's face off. Okay, ultra face. One more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. Yes. And then, of course, you have to put a caption because nobody's going to know what the heck these boxes are. So, guest speaking on Jatana's call tonight. And then I make it really big. And then I always do pink, because that stands out. And so this is what it looks like on my guest speaking on Jatana's call tonight. So I'll put that on there just to let people know like what I'm doing with my life. You know, like no, I feel like people, they don't sign up with Beachbody because they just don't have enough information, and they're unaware of something, you guys. And so it's our job to take their questions away. It's our job to, whatever they don't understand, we are the vessels. We help them understand. You know what I mean? So we did the Snapchat pictures. We did the notebooks. One question I have for you, who's an Emerald coach right now? Let me see if you're Emerald. Kelly, Melody, Jessica. And who's a Diamond coach? Anybody? Holly, Coach Holly, Rebecca. Very good. All right. And who is just a coach, a regular coach, but your goal is to be an Emerald? Anybody? Let me see where we're at. Jessica. Okay. Good job. All right. So I just wanted to kind of see like what we had on here. The first thing I have for you, usually I do this at the end, but I want to kind of switch it around. I want to know, I want you to write this out right now. I want you to write out. So if you're an Emerald, obviously you're not a Diamond. If you're a Diamond and you're not a 1-star, I want you to go up a rank, whatever your next rank is. And I want you to write out, say for me, if I was an Emerald, then my goal would be Diamond. I'm not a Diamond because blank. And you're going to fill that in. And I'm going to give you like 30 seconds because you know exactly why you're not at the rank. So if you are a 14-star and you're not a 15-star, you're not a superstar, you know why. I want you to write that out. I am not a 15-star Diamond because, or if you're an Emerald, I'm not a Ruby because. What is stopping you? And I'm not going to call you out or ask you, so you don't have to lie. You can be truthful. Just tell the truth. Shame the devil. Be truthful with yourself. All right, so I am not this rank because blank. And I just want you to keep that, just keep it in mind. Just keep it down. So here we're going to get into the top 5 tips. And the reason I'm doing this, you guys, is because when I very first became a coach, I didn't know like how to focus my time. When the second I became a coach, I had like a little fitness business on Instagram before. And I was basically a Beachbody coach. I'd never heard of Beachbody before, and I didn't know what Beachbody coaching was. But I was doing that all on my own, and I called it Laura D Fit. And I was selling meal plans, and I was, counseling people, coaching people. And that's what I did for 2 years before I found out about Beachbody. So I didn't ever have a community. I didn't ever have a network. I didn't ever know what I was doing. So this concept to me of joining a team and having things that you had to do and having like goals, I never set goals before. I was just like, oh, if you want a meal plan, email me. And I just created it. It was like yogurt and grapes and granola for breakfast, whatever. So I was not sure exactly what to do. So I want to give you these tips because I want us to be very intentional with our time. I want us to know that every single second of the day, we're being super intentional so we can walk in our full capacity. So when we dot our I's and we cross our T's, and I promise everything else is going to fill itself in. Because so many times people say, I'm not a Diamond coach because there's not enough time in the day. or I'm not a whatever because I don't have, I have to have that balance, and I have to have, I have to catch up on Game of Thrones, and Big Brother was on, and there was happy hour, I have to have that, that 80-20 or whatever. There's enough time. Beyonce has the same amount of hours in a day as we do. There's enough time. The only thing that there's not enough time to do is to complain and to hate. If you have time to do that, then you're not working your business effectively. So number one, you guys, Danielle Natoni, she's my grandma, my, second upline. Danielle Natoni, she is fit and funky. She's got abs on her back if you don't know her. She's absolutely brilliant. She's in the best shape ever. She says we are a health and fitness company first. You guys, to be coaches, the very first thing we have to do before anything gets done, we have to wake up and we have to work out. We have to wake up and work out, and that's number one. These are my tips. And if they don't help you, I want you to write them down anyway, because maybe they'll help your challenger. Maybe they'll help your coach. Maybe they'll help somebody else, your friend, your success partner. Number one is wake up and work out, because we have to get this out of the way. You guys, if we don't wake up and work out, we're not being proof of the product works. We're not, we're not eating that frog. Because if you don't wake up and work out, you're not going to shower until you work out. And you're not going to put on real clothes until you shower. And you're not going to probably make your bed until you put on real clothes. Like it stalls your whole day. Like that's going to set the cadence of your day. Wake up and work out, because after you do that, guess what? Then you can have your shake. After you have your shake, guess what? Now you have 2 things to post about. And already by, 7 o'clock in the morning, you have 2 things that you've accomplished. When you accomplish something and you're having like a real bad day, you're like, man, I'm amazing. Like I can't do anything and I'm in debt up to my ears, but guess what? I got 2 things done. And when you get things done, you feel different about yourself. And you guys, that's going to change your situation. Your fire on the inside of you, you can literally change a room when you walk in just by the way that you feel about yourself. So a little thing like waking up and working out, yeah, that's important. You have to do that. It's called eating that frog. The thing that you don't want to do, just get it done, get it out of the way. So that's number one, because we're a health and a fitness company first. Before there was ever coaching, there was health and fitness. We are Beachbody. We're not coaching. So number 2, of course, would be to drink your shake afterwards, because nobody wants to, work out on a full stomach. But also when you drink your shake, that's being proof that the product works. People are like, oh, I went out, I was going to drink it for dinner, and then we went out afterwards, or I got caught up in traffic. No, you do the things you need to do. You guys, this is a vital behavior. So number 2 is you've got to drink your shake. And then after that, what I didn't realize when I first started, I needed like a solid 40 minutes to post on social. So after I am drinking, or after I'm working out, then I'm drinking my shake, and I can decide what I want to do, what I want to post on social, either my Shakeology or my workout. And I'm going to post to social, because there's been so many times where I worked out in the morning and then I'll try to post it at night, and I'm like, what do I write about? Like, how do I feel? Like, I forget how I feel. So you have to capture those feelings. You have to capture those emotions. And also, so many times people are like, oh, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I see that you already posted your video and you're already done with your, with your workout. And that inspires me. You guys, we're not inspiring anybody by posting a video at 9 o'clock at night, unless it's like, oh, doing this for the next day and you live in like China or something. You know what I mean? Like, we have to set the example. We have to be the standard for people. When we don't want to do it, other people don't want to do it too. But guess what? We do the hard things. We do the things that other people don't want to do. And that's what sets us apart. You guys, you're here right now. You could be watching Big Brother. You could be out having margaritas on the patio, but you're not. You're here right now. And that means you want to be here. You're here because you made the choice to be. And this is the best choice ever, because you guys are the frontline soldiers. You guys are the ones who are going to achieve your dreams and achieve your goals, because you could be doing anything else, but you have your priorities in line. So I'm very proud of you. Thank you for showing up. So posting to social, this is also something I didn't realize. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, challenge tracker app, accountability group, your like page on Facebook, that takes time. And a lot of people don't talk about posting on social media when you're a coach. That, I think, kind of trips people up, because I set that out for myself. Now I have a solid 40 minutes to an hour after my workout while I'm drinking my shake to post on social media. So now I've got 3 things done by the day. You guys, by the time 7 o'clock rolls around in the morning, I've got 3 huge things done that used to take me all day before. So we're talking about the top 5 tips, because I feel like if we can just set the cadence for our day, if we can get out the most important things, you guys, everything else is going to fill itself in. The universe has this crazy way of like having your back and letting everything else work out because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And it's not riding on you. You're not like, oh my God, I got to work out at lunch. Oh my gosh, I have to post at this red light at traffic. Oh my gosh, I have to drink my shake for dinner. And I was going to go out with Bobby and Tammy for dinner, but now what am I going to do? I have to make the shake at night and make a shake just so I can take a picture and then put it in the freezer. Like we don't want to do that. Like just be real, be authentic. And number 3, this is something that I heard Chalene Johnson say in 2015. I went to the Platinum Edge. So my coach is Tanya Barron, Tanya the Machine. And my coach's coach is Danielle Natoni. And then above her is Christine Dwyer. Christine Dwyer is the most successful coach in the entire coaching business. She has the only conference outside of Summit, and it's called Platinum Edge. And it's only for her downline. So you have to be in her downline to go. And she's like best friends with Chalene Johnson. And the year I signed up, 2015, I went to this conference and, we got Chalene Johnson. Like she created MIA. She created, Turbo Gym and Turbo Kick and Pio. And she's like famous. She's brilliant. And so she gets up on stage and we think she's going to say like this mind-blowing thing. And she's like, all right. She's like, now I want you guys to write out your perfect schedule. And we're like, and already in my mind, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my perfect schedule. I would just wake up in Bora Bora and I would like swim with the dolphins. And then immediately she's like, I'm not talking about like waking up in Bora Bora and swimming with the dolphins. I'm like, you know what? And so she's like, whatever you have right now, whatever your day is right now, whatever your job is, whatever your current living situation is, whatever your community is, she was like, I want you to write that out. She's like, if you could have a perfect day from the time that you woke up until the time that you went to sleep, she's like, write that down, whatever you need to do. If you need to go to the post office today, if you need to get your nails done, if you need to go to the store and buy toothpaste, if you have to wash the dishes, whatever you have to do, write that down. And she gave us like 15 minutes. And I was like, okay, so, if I had a perfect day, like if everything went my way and I was like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and she gave us 15 minutes and I thought she was going to say something so phenomenal. And she goes, look at it. So I looked at it. She's like, now take this advice. I'm like, God, what's the advice? Like, tell us. She's like, now do it. And we were like, what? She's like, do the freaking schedule. And she like walked off. And I was like, oh, do it. And my whole life has changed, you guys. Every single day since September of 2015, I have written out my schedule. You have to know what you're doing when you're doing it. You have to be very, very intentional. Every single thing has to go on your calendar. Melanie Mitros says white space on the calendar is the devil. You cannot have any white space. If you want to get the most out of life, you have got to know what you're doing. And even if that's an hour with the kids, an hour with the husband, and an hour with, whatever, Game of Thrones, or I don't know, I use that a lot because it seems to be popular, but I don't even watch it. If you're watching, Power, put it on the calendar what you're doing, because if you are not managing your day, who is? Who's running your life, you guys? So I want you to write out your schedule every single day. And I'm talking about including the 4 vital behaviors, including doing your power hour, including your workout, including your shake, including posting on social. You should know every single day. If you got lost and the iPhone's, shut off or whatever, somebody should be able to go to your house and look up and be like, oh my gosh, Melanie Etheridge said she would be right here at this time. And they could go there and they'd find Melanie and the whole problem of the world would be solved. Like, that's how I'm telling you, you have got to plan out your day like that. If you don't know what you're doing, then what are you doing? What are you doing? If you don't know what your goals are, then how are you ever going to reach them? You're never going to reach them because you don't know what you're doing with your time. That's why I say we all have the same 24 hours. Beyonce, why are we not Beyonce? What is she doing? She's so focused. So we don't have time to sit here and just, play with Instagram for 4 hours. No, you put yourself on a time limit. I can do Instagram from 8:24 until 8:46, and that's it. Set a timer on your phone if you need to, but we have to get stuff done. This is the way you're going to hit your goals. So number 4, it deals with your schedule also. I don't know why I put this down. I guess I just kind of tied them in together, but it's write your schedule and do it daily, every single day. And what you do on Monday is going to be different from what you do on Tuesday, because you might not need to get your nails done every day. I don't know. You might not need to go to Best Buy and buy new gunner glasses. Whatever your schedule is, I want you to write it down every single day and do it. And for those of you, I'm single. I don't have kids. I'm not married. But for those of you who are, I feel like you should sit down with your husband, with your spouse, with your wife, and talk to them about it. So it's your work schedule, but it's they know what you're doing too, because we have to have their support. We want us to be all on the same page. Or if the kids have an open house or they have a t-ball game, you guys, this goes so far beyond Beachbody. This is like, you know, productivity for life. Like we have to get a control on our schedule, because that's when you feel overwhelmed, and that's where you feel anxiety, and that's where you're like, oh, I don't have time, and I don't have time to meal prep, and I didn't eat right, and I have to do my invites, but nobody's following up with me because I gained weight instead of lost weight because I didn't meal prep, I didn't eat right. No, like we have time. We have control of that. You are the master of your universe. You make your choices. Nobody's running your life but you. And I want to remind you of that. Like, remember who the F you are, for real. All right, love you. So number 5, come to all the coach calls. Come to all the coach calls. You guys, Jatana is amazing. She's a brilliant coach. Like, she completely changed the face of Beachbody with her little heart post. Like, she's so creative. Like, she's awesome, you guys. She sets up these calls for a reason. And this is not so much for the people here now, because obviously y'all are here. Y'all are the rock stars. But the people watching this recording, come to the coach calls. Come to all the calls, because we're not just sitting here talking about, you know, tacos on a Tuesday. Like, we're sitting here talking about how to make your life better. And the great thing about Beachbody is that it's not just a shake on the surface. It looks like a shake and a workout. But you guys, it's the financial aspect with coaching. It's the nutritional aspect with Shakeology. It's the physical aspect with working out. It's the mental aspect with personal development. And it's the social aspect with the accountability. These 5 things, you guys, these make up a life. So on the surface, it looks like Shakeology. But underneath, you guys, they all spill over into every other arena. So everything that we're giving you, everything that we're telling you, you could take them if you work your full-time job as at Bank of America. You could take that and take it there into your corporation, and you could succeed. You could be a better bank teller. You could be bank teller of the month because you wrote out your schedule. You helped your boss with their schedule, or you got there before and you wrote out, playing around and like pretending like you were counting $1 bills. So like, you know, pass the time, like do a bit more. You only get out what you put in. So come to all the coach calls, because you guys, the coach calls, success leaves clues, and they have these calls for a reason. If you're saying like, oh, well, I'm not a diamond because I can't find people who want to work the business. Well, guess what? Somebody before you found somebody who wanted to work the business. And guess what? They didn't take all the people in the world who want to work the business. There's still people out there. Let me just tell you that. It's a little cherry on top, free for you. Listen to all the national wake-up calls, you guys. Every Thursday, I have my team call. Come to the team calls like you run the team calls. If Jatana was like, oh, I can't be there, Lindsay, can you be there to start it? You know, you'd be like, heck yes. You know, so come to them every single week like they are your responsibility. You're running them. For me, my coach is Tanya. I go to her team calls every Tuesday. Her upline is Danielle. I go to all of her calls every single Monday. So you have to schedule these in, because you guys, this is a part of our business, and they're going to help you grow. They're going to help you hit your goals. So when you ask yourself, why am I not this rank? Well, are you coming to all the coach calls? Like, are you really showing up? Because sometimes I think we lie to ourselves. You're like, I'm the best coach and I'm doing everything I can. It's not me, it's everybody else. Really? Have you listened to all the national wake-up calls since before you started? Have you listened to all the calls on your team calls since day one? Have you done all the trainings? Every time Jatana posts in the group, do you just ignore it, or do you actually comment? Do you actually like? Like, she is here to help you. You guys, there's people who would lie, steal, and cheat, or lie, steal, and cheat just to be on her team. You know what I mean? Like, are you really using all the resources that she has for you? She has trainings for a reason. She's here for a reason. So whatever you guys need, whatever you lack, just reach out to her. She's here to help. We're here to help. Whatever you need, somebody has, and they've gone through it before you. So the reason that you're at where you're at, you guys, is because you settled for this life. But I want to let you know, if you could just see what's on the other side. Ooh, baby, if you could just see what's on the other side, it's so beautiful. All your dreams are right over there. It's like, what is that movie, Land Before Time? Like, the land of milk and honey. Yeah, it's so beautiful. But sometimes you got to do the hard things to get to the beautiful things, but it's worth it. It's worth it. If you just woke up one day and Nicole was like, oh, I'm a 15-star diamond, you'd be like, really? She'd be like, yeah, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything because you didn't do anything for it. The things that mean the most are the things that you worked your butt off for it. And I'm telling you, it's so worth it when you work your butt off for it. So don't forget to come all the coach calls. That was number 5, and schedule them into your perfect schedule. Pretty much, I do have some homework for, it's already 8:30. I do have some homework for you guys, but I think that's pretty much it. I'm just looking to see if I missed anything. So what's funny is that these are actually, if you guys want to know a secret, this is actually the team call, the welcome call I do for my new coaches. And this is called the top 5 things you should be doing as a new coach. But what I found is that what it takes to be a new coach is the same thing it takes to be an emerald. And it's the same thing it takes to be a ruby and a diamond and a 1-star and a 2-star. And all you have to do is do the same things over and over again. So you have to have 15-star dreams, but you can have a 15-star work ethic. You know, if you wake up every day and you're like, I'm going to write down my work schedules, and I'm going to be intentional with my time, and I'm going to do my perfect schedule, you know, and I'm going to come to all the calls, and you just do all day by day. It's crazy because it doesn't seem like anything is changing, but then you wake up and everything's changed. Everything's different. But you have to be the queen of consistency. Like, I want people to look at Melinda and be like, yo, Melinda is consistent. Like, she shows up all the time. Like, no matter rain, sleet, snow, shine, whatever. Like, we can count on Melinda. Like, I want people to talk like that about you because you're there all the time. So what we have, you guys, is this is some homework for you. And just really quick, let me go over the 5 tips again. The 5 tips are wake up and work out because first. Number 2 is drink your shake and post to social because you want to, of course, be a product of the product and get that activity out of the way. And you want to post to social because we, of course, want to set the example. And then number 3 is write your perfect schedule because we need to know what we're doing every single day. Number 4 is you want to write it out daily and do it. You know, don't just like look at it and be like, oh, I should probably do that. No, do it. Because guess what? The anxiety goes away when you do what you know you're supposed to do. Have you ever done something and you're like, oh, I just got to do it. I just got to do it. Like, I really, like, for instance, I started using a receipt app where you take a picture of your receipts. I can't remember what when you have a receipt, you take a picture of it. And I would get like severe anxiety because instead of I just fold them up in my purse. I was like, I'm going to take a picture of the receipts every Friday. No, you're not, Laura. You didn't take a picture of the receipts every Friday. So now, as soon as I get a receipt, if I'm at the store, if I'm at the gas station, I just take a picture right away and throw it away. Guess what? As soon as you do what you're supposed to do, the anxiety goes away. So why are you giving yourself anxiety? You don't have to feel anxious. Just do what you're supposed to do and do it every day. And come to the coach calls. That's number 5. So here is your homework. Your homework. You have 3 homework tasks. You all ready? Number 1 is I want you to write out the next rank that you're going to be. So you're saying, I will be 3-star diamond by this date. Because you have to have a date. And I'm not talking about I will be an emerald by Christmas. No, boo-boo. You're not about to be an emerald by Christmas. You're going to be an emerald by the end of the day. End of the day. You guys, when I first signed up, I got my mom and I got my brother. And they didn't even like it. Guess what? I paid for it. And I was like, I don't even have the money to do this. I caught myself on chocolate. I got my mom on strawberry and my brother on vanilla. I got them in packets. And you know what I did? I went around and I'd sold them $4 each or 3 for $10. By the end of the week, I had made all my money back. All my money back. That's a hustler mentality. That's a whatever it takes mentality. That's how I want to get the F out of Kansas and I need money to do it. So I'm going to use Beachbody. You guys, Beachbody works. You can do whatever you want to do. This is the only business where Jatana wants you to outwork her. And guess what? She will celebrate you every single step of the way up. My dad's been working at Boeing for 35 years and still sits in a corner office and never has the opportunity to be a millionaire. Never. My upline coach, Danielle Natoni, my grandma coach, she was a millionaire in 7 years, like multiple 7 figures. Like I had to learn like how to like write that out. Like, I don't even know what that looks like. I think it's like a phone number. Like that doesn't make sense to me. My dad never has an opportunity at Boeing. Danielle and Tony did it in 7 years. Like that's crazy to me. We have the opportunity. We have whatever you're looking for and you're lacking in your life, Beachbody has, and it's your job to tap in. Jatana can only do so much. She can only schedule so many calls. There's only so many personal development books that you can read. And there's only so many affirmations. You can't just affirm it. You have to earn it. You have to put in that work, you guys. And it's right here. You can put that in. It's in your heart, I promise. And you know how I know? Because you have breath in your body. You have breath in your body and you're breathing another day. And that means you have purpose and the will to succeed. So number 2 for your homework, I want you to listen to No Limits by John Maxwell. You guys, I just listened to this on Audible. Let me see. Raise your hand if you listen to Audible. Anybody? Yes, you go. All right, Audible will change your life. Audible, I used to not listen to Audible because I really do like reading books, but I found out it's like 2 different brain processes, like 2 different functions of the brain. When you write something and you read something, you highlight something, like that's good because you're using like your own like, you know, cognitive intuition. But when you listen to something and you hear somebody else narrate it and you're like, stick your head out of the shower, you're like, what did you do? It's amazing. It is amazing. I was like, I wake up, while I'm putting on deodorant, I listen. While I'm washing dishes, I listen. While I'm cooking, I listen. I don't watch TV, and I very rarely listen to music. But Audible is 24/7. Audible, podcast, and this book, and I listen on 1.5. And so my mind is like faster, and it causes me to like speed up. It causes me to think faster. It causes me to react faster. And so it's list is making me smarter. And there's this book called No Limits, which is Blowing the Capacity Off by John Maxwell. It's been a really long time. It's probably been like 6 months since I've been this excited about a book. And the last book I was this excited about was The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. So if you've listened to that, then you know, like, this is a good book. But he just talks about like blowing the limits off, and you know, like, you don't have any more limits, and you're limitless, and, you know, expand your capacity. So I actually listened to it 2 times in a row, just got done today. So that's number 2. And number 3 is I want you to write out a list of 10 things that you can do differently. And after this call, you're going to do that, and then you're going to post it in the group. And I don't care if it takes you till 10 p.m. I don't care if it takes you till 11 p.m. But who said it? Nicole, is this it? It's a blue cover. Was somebody going to hold up the book? I don't know. It's a blue cover. Let me see. Yes, that one. That one. Yeah, I listened to it, and it's so good. He tells us stories. Like, he reminds me of me, but he's like 70. He's so good. It's so good. So anyways, you guys to listen to it, because I can tell you to do all these things and you can come to these calls, but if your mind isn't there, like, what does it matter? You know what I mean? Like, we need to get your mind right. Like, yeah, you could be an 11-star diamond, but if, you know, you could have a beautiful body, but if your brain is busted, baby, what good are you? Like, we got to get this right. You know what I mean? Like, let's have a 21-day mind transformation. Show me your before and after pics then. You know, like, we have to change our mind, and everything else will follow. So I want you to write out a list of 10 things that you can do differently, and you're going to post it in the group. And when I say differently, I mean, like, whatever you're not doing, you know what you're not doing. I mean, let's be honest. You know what you're not doing to hit your goals. So if that means like you haven't been listening to personal development and you need to, then yes, then that's going to be one of your things. If you haven't been using the performance line, but you know you maybe need to start because you have people asking you about recover or recharge or energize or whatever, then that can be one of your things. If you are not actively inviting, then that can be one of your things. I don't know. I mean, if you have kids and they have back to school, like, a lot of times they'll do like a raffle, like gift baskets, and you can put Shakeology samples in there. I mean, I'm just trying to think of anything outside of the box. Or if you're a hairdresser, every single person that sat in my seat, I would tell them about how Shakeology helped them with their hair growth and skin and nails, and, you know, give them a sample while they sat there and sipped on the Shako and got their hair done. Whatever you can do, there's 10 things that you can do. And if there's not 10 things, guess what? That's why we're all posting it in the coaches group, because we're going to help each other. Because Denise can't think of 10 things, but guess what? She sees Jessica's list and she's like, oh yeah, I can do that too. You guys, we're not here to be, you know, it's that healthy jealousy, but guess what? We're a team. This is Team Beachbody. We're here to help each other. So guess what? Your strength is my weakness, and my weakness is your strength. And that's why we're here to share information, because I want you to succeed, sis. You go up and you go on stage and I'll scream the loudest for you. Jatania was up there dancing with her little cute little belly. I'm like, you go, girl. That's my friend. You know what I mean? Like, we're happy for each other. And that's why we listen to personal development, because we're not enemies. We're friends. And before Beachbody, I didn't know that. I thought everybody else was not on my side. And guess what? You can't get anywhere in life alone. You guys, we're made for relationships. No man is an island. We all need each other. So number 1, I want you to write out your next rank and your date. And you're going to send it to Jatana, because there's something about saying, I will do this by this. Number 2, Listen to No Limits by John Maxwell. Such a good book. Number 3, write out a list of 10 things that you can do and post it in your group. Post it in your group and just show up, you know? Show up and be the person that you know you want to be, because the only person that's stopping you is you. So just know you're created for this and you can do this. If I can do it, somebody with piercings and tattoos, girl, you can do it too.
Boom! Don't you guys love her? Love spending time with Laura. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's 9:39. We're a little bit early, so we can ask questions. Does anybody have any questions for Laura? She just dropped some knowledge that we know, but we need to hear. Some tough love we needed to hear, right?
Yeah, that's kind of like my forte is tough love, because I love y'all. But, you know, somebody got to tell it like it is. You know what I mean?
Love it. All right, what questions do you guys have?
Any?
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I am having all kinds of issues with my computer, as usual. First off, that was phenomenal. I'm going to have to re-listen to this, and hopefully when I do, I won't have as much breakup as I have been having. But when it comes to scheduling, like, what works for you best? Do you like to sit down and do a schedule for the entire week all at once? Do you like to wake up first thing in the morning and while you're drinking coffee, write out the schedule for the day and do that every single day? What do you think works best for you? I'm trying to find, I am not a scheduling kind of person. I'm not organized. I've never been a planner. And I'm like a fly by the seat of my pants kind of person. And it is definitely not helping. So I'm trying to find what would be best for me and what I will stick with in terms of scheduling. So I'm just kind of getting a feeler out there for what might be the best approach to do that.
Yes, I mean, there's different things that are going to work for everybody, but consistency is sexy. So you have to find some type of consistency, and you have to be that person that says, I'm going to show up and do this no matter what. I mean, my routine every day, Nicole, is the exact same. People on Snapchat, they follow me. They can tell you, like, if I don't post something by a certain time, they're like, oh my God, where you are? Are you there? Did you go to the gym? Did you make your shake? What happened? Because every single day I do the exact same thing. When we don't show up and that makes people feel uneasy. They need to know that they can count on us, that every single day, no matter what, I'm still here. So you need to do it the night before. Personally, for me, my routine in the morning, like my first 7 hours, what I do from I wake up at 4:40. What I do from 4:40 a.m. to 11:40 a.m., those 7 hours, the same thing every single day. After that, I have a month, like the mud run on the 19th. And I have that by the fridge. So I see that. And then I have like a weekly calendar, and I'll put that on my notes in my notepad. And I'll say like, okay, got to speak on Jatana's guest call on the 16th. I got to drop this Energize off at the mailbox on the 15th. So I see that I have those things. But during the morning time, like every single morning, I'll write it down, because I found out what I do if I start planning my day for the next day the night before, I kind of get like anxious. I'm like, oh, I want to do it right now. Because when I very first started waking up and I started doing like another day, you start wanting to do these tasks, and you're like, oh, I just can't wait for another day because I want to check off all the marks, like it feels so good to do all the things. So I found out, me personally, I can't write my schedule the night before because I won't be able to sleep, because it's like a little kid on the first day of school. They're excited because it's something new. They're excited because they have something to do. They're excited because there's an expectancy. So when I wake up and I do all of my things, then at about 11 o'clock, I drink coffee, my second cup of coffee, and I write my schedule for the day. So, but the earlier the better, because you have to know what you're doing, or else you're just going to waste a whole bunch of time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next, anybody else?
No preguntas.
I need to get better about my schedule. I'm not very, Nicola would probably like have a party for everybody in this room if I actually wrote out a schedule. And that's one of the things that I wrote. Like, I want to be, I'm not an 11-star because I don't have any plan going on in my life. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. That tells you can get pretty far flying by the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
But that does not change the fact that I'm stressed out a lot. Yeah. And that I'm running around in two different directions, and that I'm losing people. I could probably be a double 15-star diamond if I had a plan.
Yeah.
So even though you see 10-star, that doesn't mean that I probably should be a double 15-star to get my crap together. So I definitely need to rein that in. Thank you for inspiring us in that area.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Rebecca and whoever was after, or Denise.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Or Rebecca, do you want to go first?
It's right. Go ahead, Denise, then Rebecca.
Okay. When you're talking about waking up and working out, if I reverse engineer my schedule for the day, I'd be working out at 2:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Which is not going to happen. I don't care how bad I want something. 2:30 is not going. I'm not a morning person as it is, and I think my entire following knows I'm not a morning person. I don't like morning people. I don't even like to see people. And I don't. I'm totally not a morning human. And I'm at work. I leave for work before 5:30 in the morning. So I usually do my workouts at night, but I think people expect that. So, but I would like to be able to do them earlier. It's just, I work 11-hour days, 12-hour days. So it doesn't really work out that way. But what do you think that impact is from not doing it in the morning? I mean, I just don't know what good it would do me to be posting like at 3:30.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's definitely a special circumstance because not everybody has that schedule. And maybe there are some people who have your schedule and you can inspire them. But if you get off work at 3 p.m. every day and you're consistent and you do it, then I don't, if it's not broken, then don't fix it. These are my top 5 tips because most people work a 9 to 5 and naturally you get off work and you sit in traffic or you had a long day or you have plans or something comes up because there's always something, oh, we should go to a movie on a Tuesday because it's $2 Tuesday, whatever, then you just don't get your workout in. But you look pretty fit and you look like you're committed to the cause. So, whatever you feel works out best for you, then you don't want to sacrifice your own health just because some girl with a lip piercing came on was like, you got to work out first thing in the morning. Whatever
you have a lip piercing. No.
Whatever you want to do, boo-boo. Yeah, I support you. So if it works for you, then do it.
Yeah, I don't see me doing it that early in the morning. No more weight to lose. That's for to lose any more weight.
Well, the great thing about this is that you're the CEO, like there's no set standard. This is just what works for me. So you take it and rock it and run with it. And that's who your tribe is.
Thank you.
And I think the key is that you're just consistent with it, that your people see that you're doing it every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Rebecca?
Hey there. Hey, thanks so much. I just second everyone who commented how awesome the call was. Very, very helpful. My question for you is, I'm not sure how long, I think I missed that, how long you've been a coach, and if there's ever been a season where you had to kind of take a step back and then jump back in, if you have any advice to that, or if you can speak to that, because that's kind of happened to my life. I had to take a step back and take care of some things that needed to be taken care of and ready to jump back in. And now I'm like, okay, Instagram, like all of these things that were good like a year ago, I'm like, do I go back doing the same thing or do I need to learn how to do Instagram stories? I don't know if you can speak to that.
Well, the one thing that is for sure is that, the 4 vital behaviors never change. So the foundation of our business is still the foundation of our business. And I think that it's awesome that you're here right now, especially for you just getting back. So welcome back. But there's always going to be something new to learn. Like I don't do Pinterest. I don't do YouTube. I don't do Twitter. There's always going to be something for somebody. You just have to do the bare minimum and then start building like that. Because if you try to do everything all at once, like you're going to be like, squirrel. And it's just like, take this as if you were a brand new coach, the top 5 tips for what you should be doing right now. Waking up and working out, drinking your shake and posting on social. When I say social, I mean maybe right now it's just your Facebook page. It's just Jatana's accountability group. Write out your perfect schedule. Write out what you need to do. Do it daily and come to all the calls. Once you've mastered those 5, then you can start doing a 6th, and then you can start doing a 7. But if your foundation is shaky and crumbling, like it's just going to crumble, So, and I've been a coach for 2 years. I signed up in June of 2015, right after the size test group. And I've never taken a step back because I had no choice to. The day I signed up, I was a full-time coach because I completely left my fitness business online and kind of merged everybody over here. But I had no idea how to run a business. I was terrible. Everybody that I signed up, like within the first 4 months, I was qualifying for 2-star and I lost it because everybody basically quit. I don't have anybody with me who started with me because nobody walks in and is like, hey, here you go. This is how you run a business, And then when you try to run a business, you find out all these things about yourself. Like, wow, I should probably exercise patience. Like I need to maybe be a little bit more compassionate. So there's a whole bunch of things that it just comes with the process. Jatana never would have got here if she would have quit 4 years ago. At Rockstar Coach, if that's going to come in the 3rd year, if you quit on the 2nd year, So just keep in it and just keep showing up, because who you are 3 years from now, you'll never meet that person if you stop. So I think Beachbody is a phenomenal company, because we are the only company that truly changes you from the inside out, from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. And that's not something a bottle of wine can do, or a lip gloss, or a candle, or a pair of leggings. And I'm not knocking those people. I'm just saying we cover everything. We have what people need. So you're going to figure it out, and I believe in you. You're going to do great.
Love it. That was awesome. I think, I thought I saw somebody raise their hand. Maybe she jumped off. I'm Melinda. I thought Melinda had raised her hand. But I second that, because there were moments, just kind of answering Rebecca's question, there were moments in my coaching career in the first 2 years where I was like, I don't know if I can handle all this. Like, I got in this because I liked insanity. That's why I got into it. And I didn't get into this to be a CEO or to run a business or to now have this office and to have an LLC and to have taxes to pay and to have retreats to run. Like, I didn't get into it for that. This is craziness.
It's a lot.
There was a lot of times in my coaching, the first 3 years, where and even like last week, wanted to quit. But I give myself, I'm not joking. Gosh, I want to quit. And you know what he said? Like, Hannah, then just quit. Like, quit in your mind. Like, step away. And Kim Carver says this too. He's like, if you step away and come back refreshed, you are going to be way better off than if you were to just plow through exhausted.
Yeah.
Right? And so you got to take that refresher time. And that doesn't mean take a week and a half, because that'll mess you up. But take that time and know your de-stressors. But I can't imagine if I would have stopped 2 years in because it got hard. When I sat at one star and was like, I know I'm better than this. I know I can do better than this. I would have never found Rebecca. I would have never found Sue. I'd never found Jade and Holly and now Jessica Phillips right in the rankings. And Denise, all of you guys, Melody, Nicole, Shelly. Shelly's going to London with me. Like, you guys wouldn't be here if I'd have quit 2 years ago. So who's going to be in your downline 3 years down the road, 4 years down the road? The same type of faces are going to be there, but you got to stick with it. But you also got to make a calendar to make sure you're doing the daily things, which is the other thing that I put with why I'm not an 11-star diamond, is that I'm not recruiting enough consistently. That's just my trip up. So, all right, Melinda, you're back, and you raised your hand earlier. I was looking for you. I'm like, where'd she go? She disappeared. Go ahead, girl.
Computer issues. And I'm like, no! All right. I just wanted to tell you that was really awesome. It makes my little scheduling emerald personality heart absolutely sing to that information. One thing that just rocked my world and is going to change things so drastically for me is scheduling the time to post, because you nailed it. That is so me. I get up early, I get my workout in, I make my shake, I have it on the way to work, and by 11 o'clock I don't have anything posted because I didn't schedule in the time. And I work pretty much full time, and it's just that has been my downfall. So here it is in the evening. You should see my camera roll with like a million videos that have never been made, never been posted. It's crazy. So I'm changing that one thing. That is number one on my list. So the scheduling part is just phenomenal. So what I wanted to ask is, when you're writing out your time frame and putting, like, I'm going to be diamond by this date and this by this date, how do you assign that value that is I've been saying that I'm going to be diamond by these times, and it's not happening. So I'm doing something wrong in the middle. And so even though I name a value, it just isn't happening. So I got to change something up in the middle, and I don't know what that is. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, because you can't make people, become emerald, like you can only do. But the good thing is that you can educate them and you can encourage them. And like I said, for Micah Folsom, she just made 15-star diamond twice. She didn't take all the emeralds. There's still other people out there. So maybe it's just the way that you present it with the coach's discount, or like for me, like I said earlier, I hustled and I bought my mom and my brother. I became emerald in one day because I made them sign up, and I used a credit card, and I just basically sold their Shakeology and got my money back. So when you are really serious about something and when you're really passionate about something, you sit down and you have a heart to heart and you're like, listen, I need you to do this with me and to support me. And honestly, you probably need it because it's 2017 and there's Starbucks on every corner. And even the freaking, soil that the vegetables are grown in are not potent as it was in 1950. So you need to be drinking the Shakeology. But even if they don't drink the Shakeology, you can still go out and invite more. And you can find those 8 people. And if it takes those 8 people that you have and you still can't find any emeralds, then that's where the coaching aspect comes in, because you've got them this far. Now you have to have the heart-to-heart with them. And guess what? Those heart-to-hearts about getting them to get their mom and their brother to sign up, that takes time. And they have fear. They need to learn how to overcome objections. They need to learn how to send hey girls. They need to learn how to invite. And that's where you learn who you are and start reading like leadership books and start reading, books like Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone, because there's a million trillion people out there in the world and they all need what we have. Like they need this from everything, every single aspect. They don't need lip gloss, but guess what? Everybody wants lip gloss because lip gloss makes you feel sexy. Working out means that you have to do a change. Not everybody wants to change. But I would just really encourage you to keep inviting more people, because even my second business center, it didn't go, I had I think 10 people on each side. I had 20 coaches before I could get an emerald. And I was like, Jesus, because I refuse to sign people up underneath people anymore. Like I want my coaches to work, because if I can't teach them, then that means I wanted to grow as a person and as a coach. And they finally just hit diamond in my second business center because I helped, my coach Jen, explain to them. She's like, well, how do I overcome this objection? And, just reminded her tonight, next week we're having an open house, so it's going to take a lot of administration on your part and micromanaging and a lot of encouragement, but it's worth it, because when you get that diamond, you're like, oh man, this is worth it. So.
I'm waiting. Not waiting. I'm working. I'm trying to work.
Working, yeah.
It's hard because I'm doing this. Obviously, I'm not alone. There's tons of people doing it with full-time jobs, but I just have needed to find the balance. And so between yesterday's call for the other team and something she said about bringing in my work day, because I don't bring in my dental hygiene day because I think it's boring. So I post before work and I post after, because nobody cares that I cleaned teeth today, And she said, but it
watch that Instagram story. If I was cleaning teeth, just put Chitana in a dentist chair, with a dentist mask on. If I was cleaning teeth all day, I would have so much fun.
Somebody told me
the hard part is the hard part is dentists don't have the same sense of humor we all have. And they're paying my bills, or they're paying my paycheck. So yeah, I have one kind of stuffy dentist. So he I don't know. Anyway, I got to just find a way to make that work. But I just hadn't even contemplated bringing in my other work day, because I thought, no, I want to focus on my Beachbody work. And it's like, no, I've got to present my whole thing. So between that, of presenting all of me, and then this of scheduling my time to post, I'm like, okay, this is a done deal. So thank you.
Well, you're welcome. After this, that you have, you have homework to do, and this goes for everybody. This is something I said on Rin's call, that this is where you draw the line in the sand. Tomorrow can be your January 1st. You guys didn't come on this call to stay the same. So don't leave here and be the same person that you were, tomorrow morning. Something has to change, because that's what you're here for. You're here to change and to grow and to get better.
Oops, I didn't know it was muted. Thank you so much. I'm gonna let Laura go, because we are. Wait, you're in Dallas, right?
Yeah, I'm in Dallas. You guys, it's 10 o'clock over there, right?
Yeah, it's getting late. So, all right, well, we're going to go write our 10 things in our team pages, whether you're life changers or knockouts or Epic Empire. Go write your 10 things that you could do differently. I am going to do that as well. Also, send me, I want to see it. Even if I'm not your coach, send me what rank you want to be and the date. And then I am going to go get No Limits by John Maxwell on my Audible. So thank you so much, Laura. We love you and appreciate
you. See y'all. Thank you so much for letting me come on.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.